right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all the honor, the praise, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak with us.
double honors to the elders and apostles of great Millstone who grew well. Salutations to the elect, scattered abroad. All right, this is the Gms Plaintables Delaware camp. Here on another day to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom. So the first scripture I want to start off with is Matthew 24:14, because as the days go by and the days go by nearing the end of the destruction of this kingdom, you know, this gospel has been being preached throughout the four corners of the earth. Everybody knows about this truth, man. Okay, it's not a secret. It's not something that you go by and, you know, who are you guys and this, that, and the third. Okay, you know, these people know. You know, these people know that we out here and what we're coming to do. Okay, go ahead.
So this is Matthew chapter 24:14. It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
Yep, a witness unto all nations. All right, it's not just Jake, you know, in Babylon who knows about this. No, you know, it's camps throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, and this truth is you can't escape this truth, because you know, you'll see brothers out in the highways and hedges. You know, you see it on the internet, you know, the social medias, okay? You know, everywhere you could think about, man, all right, you're going to come across this truth, okay? Even nowadays, you got certain guys, like it was this one guy, you know, he was on a TikTok saying, you know, have you guys realized that everything that the Hebrew Israelites saying is right, you know, going into the prophecies, you know, the downfall of this kingdom, all right, who we truly are, okay? And these people are starting to come to this realization that, you know, oh wow, these guys are really, you know, been preaching the truth this whole time. So imagine really when all hell break loose, you know, when the famine of the word comes, all right, when the doors of repentance are closed, you know, how these people gonna be, you know, looking for the prophets. Okay, you can read that again.
So this is Matthew chapter 24:14. It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
So, and then shall the end come. All right, look at what's going on throughout the world, man. You know, all these hurricanes, all right, all these natural disasters, okay? You know, the wars, the rumors of wars. We see what's going on in the Middle East, right? The conflicts between Iran and Israel, okay? All right? You see these bigger nations, these bigger powers is gonna have to come in, okay? And when that happens, it's gonna turn nuclear, okay? Because we understand that, you know, the fall of this kingdom is gonna have to come by that thermonuclear destruction, okay? And you people who don't want to repent, that want to take your sweet time, you know, have other things before Yahweh Simeon-affliction, before this truth, all right, you're going to get caught up in that judgment, okay?
Yeah, and hey, that's funny that you mentioned, because, well, you know, you just had the Hurricane Milton pass, you know, and 3 million are without power, man. And you had, well, I believe, last time I checked, I think this morning, you had at least 10 people who died, man. So, hey, you know, I actually checked in with some people, you know, because I know some people over there. And, hey, you know, everybody I checked with so far is without power. But, hey, the funny thing is that you know, I just seen the brothers from GMS Tampa. Hey, you know, every single one of them brothers are good, man. You know, they got power. It's only one brother who, you know, doesn't have any power. And guess what? You know, that brother's good. You know, it's not nothing, you know, too crazy. So
yeah, and that's the spirit too, man. Because you know, everybody there don't got power. You know, at least, you know, the vast majority of people. You know, all you see, you know, on social media, all you see with the people that's around that area. You know, they all saying they got no power. But as you can see, you know, the brothers is good. You know, they're good and they have faith. You know, I was watching they had a live stream, the GMS brothers, and he said, you know, we got faith, we're gonna be good, and you know, we pray for those brothers, and we know that those brothers are gonna be good because we believe those to be the men of the Lord. Okay, you know, I remember you know, I was scrolling through social media, and there was this one woman, you know, who knows she an Israelite, and she said, you know, every person of Hebrew descent in the Tampa area should get a life insurance immediately or something like that. I was like, yo, where's the faith at, man? You know, that just sounded like crazy, you know, and also unwise too, because you shouldn't be, you know, trying to say things like that. It'll, you know, Esau was viewed as, you trying to cheat the system, you know, so-called insurance fraud and things of that nature. Okay, you know, you just showing you have a lack of faith. Okay, you're supposed to believe, the Lord got him. Okay, you know, you're supposed to pray for him and believe that the Lord got him, man. All right, but that's good, man. You know, and that's a faith booster as well, because those brothers are good. They got power. Okay, you know, these other people are through, man.
Yeah, and you know, that's right. And even the brothers were going within the video about how, you know, the Lord's doing the same thing as he done to Egypt. You know, he's going to send the same plagues onto America, because America is just a new Sodom in Egypt, as it says in the book of Revelation. It says how Babylon Great is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, which of course, you know, Babylon Great represents America. So what the Lord is sending plagues, just like how he did to Egypt, he's sending plagues to America. But guess what? Just like how the Lord protected the Israelites within Egypt, the Lord's going to protect keep in mind, the Lord's going to protect the elect Israelites this time in America. Yep. You know, and them brothers being, you know, safe and taken care of, that shows you that Yahweh Shem Yahshai is going to do the same thing for us.
God. Yeah, you got a precept?
Yeah, I got some real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is Psalm chapter 32 and 10. Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in the Lord Yahweh, mercy shall compass him about. Ooh. See? So yeah, many sorrows shall be to the wicked. When you get that word for sorrows within the Hebrew, it's the Hebrew word maka'ab, which means, it says, anguish, affliction, grief, pain, sorrow. And man, so many even the people are in grief. And keep in mind, this isn't really, you know, there's just a little taste compared to what Yahweh Shem Yahshua is gonna bring, man. Yeah. And I was seeing a lot of videos, you know, just fences getting knocked down, roofs getting blown off, and stuff. Yep. You know, just roofs flying like 50 feet. And again, you know, what the streets, or apparently now there's no, or you know, obviously since the power is out, that the traffic lights aren't even working. Yep. So, you know, people have to stop and, you know, just to be cautious and stuff at the traffic lights. Yeah,
not to mention, I've even heard, you know, people saying it might be a couple more hurricanes coming. You know, they already had that Helene, had the Milton, okay, which they said Helene was like 2 Hurricane Katrinas already. All right. So you know, the Lord got a lot more in store for these people. All right. And it's not just about the hurricanes, okay? You know, we looking at the rumors of wars, all right? You know, this is going out throughout the globe, man. You know, this world exceedingly being more wicked by the day. Got Esau pushing this technology forth, you know, the AI and such. You know, you got the AI having, you know, information about the Hebrew Israelites and certain camps and things like that. You know, even some of the main focal points, you know, that we teach, okay? So this truth is really being widespread. You know, even on the top of you know, because you know people like using the chat GTP or GPT and things of that nature. You know, and they'll use it to look up certain information. Okay.
Yeah, real quick, I have well, what's that one scripture? Pretty much like knowledge shall increase.
Oh yeah.
Ezekiel, right?
That's Is it Second Ezra 7 and 41?
Well, you can read that one real quick. I think it's, well, not actually. It's wiser than Daniel. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, wiser than, okay, Khan. Yeah, that's Daniel, the 3rd chapter, right?
Nah, Ezekiel.
Oh, Ezekiel the third child. Okay, so
Yeah, it's like another one. Knowledge shall increase. That's I think.
Okay.
Daniel chapter 12.
God, okay. Yeah.
God, so this is Ezekiel chapter 28 and 3. It says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee." So Esau's it's come to a point where Esau's became wiser than Daniel, man. And to read it real quick, that says Daniel chapter 12 and 4 within the KJV. It says, "But thou, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. And many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." Yeah, so we're in that point where knowledge is being increased, man.
What's up?
Oh, no, we're just,
preaching the Bible.
Yeah, preaching the Bible.
We have our time with Bible guys. I'm from Paramount CBS. I'm Danny.
How you doing?
Yeah, that's me.
Cool. All right, see you, man.
Amen. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, it says Ezekiel chapter 28 and 3, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee." Yeah, so there's no secret, because, hey, you know, I was just telling the brother, man, it was a time and point where AI really didn't know about Great Millstone like that. You know, but last year, the beginning of 2023, when AI, ChatGPT really started coming out in AI, you know, I was actually asking it to see what it knew, but it didn't have much info. But now what the brother just sent me, the elder who did the video in Kansas City, where, you know, pretty much he was showing how ChatGPT knows about the Hebrew Israelites. And even, you know, even more deeper, such as Great Millstone, you know, the different camps, Bishop Nate, IUIC. So, hey.
Yep. Can you get Sirach 5 and 7?
Go. So this is Sirach. Sirach chapter 5 and 7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord."
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. You know, you got people putting things, you know, before this truth, which if you automatically put anything before this truth, you automatically serve that as a god, right? Because, you know, you got certain Jake, all they serving money, or they serving mammon. You know, they job is their god. It will be their woman. You know, their woman will be their god. You know, it will be something that they are you know, putting over this truth. Okay, when you first come into the truth, you know, you understand, and you know, you gradually be built up. You know, you gradually be edified, and throughout that, you know, you work your life around the truth. Okay, you know, this truth is supposed to come first. All right, and then all the other stuff, you know, you supposed to work around it. Okay, you know, and that's why we tell brothers, you know, be careful, you know, what type of job, you know, you're working in, and things of that nature, because, you know, it could interfere in your walk in this truth. Okay, and ultimately, you know, you putting that away, you know, that shows that you know, the Lord, first and foremost, you know, that you're serious about this thing. Okay, and in turn, you know, the Lord will put you in a position where, you know, you'll be okay. All right, you know, plenty of brothers have testimonies where, you know, they had to give up something in this world, you know, in order to be closer to Yahweh Bashim al-Rashad. And what happened? It all worked out, man. So go ahead, read that again.
Yep. It says, Sirach chapter 5 and 7, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance."
Yeah, and it said, "Put not off from day to day." You know, this ain't like, you know, how they try to act like, you know, Christianity is. You know, as long as, you know, you say, as long as you say Jesus is Lord, you know, before you die, you'll have a spot in the kingdom. No, okay. As soon as you hear this truth, you gotta be on it, man. Because why? Because it says, the day of the Lord is like a thief in the night. Okay, no man knows the day or the hour. Okay, you know, we so even though we know that we in the end, we see the prophecies coming forth. You know, we can't give you the exact date, January 1st, 2025. You know, that's when Yahweh Shai coming back. That's when, you know, the thermonuclear missiles gonna be shot. That's when Esau gonna make the MOTB mandatory. All right. We just know that we gotta be ready, for when it does happen. Okay, spiritually. Okay, because this is everything that this is all about the spirit. Okay, if the Lord don't put the spirit on you to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, why you're supposed to get it, then you through. The Lord ain't dealing with you. You're not a part of the Lord's elect. Okay, you read that again.
So it says, Sirach chapter 5 and 7, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. Yeah, and hey, keep in mind what just Hurricane Milton, that's an example of how, the destruction of the Lord could come forth at any time, man.
Yep.
The time of calamity can happen at any time. And hey, a lot of people over there in Florida thought that, on the East Coast, West Coast, the Gulf Coast of Florida, a lot of people thought that it was just going to pass by. It was just going to be a little storm. The power wasn't going to go out.
Yep.
But hey, look, as the last time I checked, the power is still out. I'm not sure if it's up by now, but still, there's millions of people without power. So hey.
Yeah, and you see how these people were, how they were against this storm, thinking they was gonna be good. So imagine, against this truth. Imagine when Jacob's trouble hit. It's gonna be a time like never before seen, man. All right, you're gonna have the UN troops kicking in your door, man. All right, the martial law. All right, you're gonna have all these different types of things happening. Women being ravished. Okay, it's gonna be a famine. All right. These people really think that this kingdom has a chance of lasting forever, man. All right, this place has a time, that it's going to be in rulership, and it's going to have a time where it's going to ultimately fall, and then the Israelites is going to have that dominion. Okay, starting with the Lord's elect. Okay.
Yeah, real quick, I have Revelation chapter 13 and 10, it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. See, so that's our patience and our faith for the people who put us in captivity to go into captivity. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So, everything that the heathens doing to us, everything that Esau is doing to us, guess what? It's going to come upon them. And also Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah is going to use many judgments like this, such as hurricanes, such as earthquakes, such as sending pestilence and famine, and also just stirring up conflict within America itself, you people against one another to kill each other. That's what's coming, man. You're gonna have uproars of the people, just a complete, just like the movie, The Purge.
Yeah.
That's how it's about to be very soon, man. And guess what? That's the Lord's judgment.
That's the Lord, and we all, and honestly, we already seeing a form of that happening. Not on the scale that is going to happen. All right, but you see these different things. You had the anti-Jews and people that was with the Jews. Okay, you got this separation between the two horns. All right, the Republican and the Democratic Party. It's a split. Is people feel very strongly about Trump, or people feel very strongly about Harris, man. And best believe, when the election comes, if we even have an election, it's going to be some uproar, and beside of who becomes the next president of the United States, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you can read that again.
So it says, Revelation chapter 13 and 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yeah, man, and that goes for all you nations as well. It's not just the Edomites, okay? All you nations had a hand in some type of rulership, all right, or forwarding the affliction of the Israelites, all right. But once the Israelites come on top, once the Israelites finally have that rulership, man, it's going to be an everlasting rulership. All right. Why? Because that's when the new covenant will fully be established. All right, in the kingdom. All right, the Lord, he gonna write the law, and our inward parts, man, we gonna be incapable of going off. Okay. So in that point, it's not going to be another punishment. All right. The reason why we where we are today is because we're going through that punishment. Okay. But what are we doing? Can you get Hosea 5 and 15? What are we doing? All right. We telling you who we are. All right. We telling you we acknowledging that we was living wickedly, and we got to turn back to Yahweh by Shemi, man. All right. So can you get that?
So this is Hosea chapter 5 and 15. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Yeah, so that's where it starts, man. You got to acknowledge your offense. Okay, when we first came into the truth, that's when we first realized how wickedly, we were living, being in the world, man. All right. TVA gave that to us. Like, maybe thought we was, casting a podcast or something. But yeah, can you read that again?
So this is Hosea chapter 5 and 15. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Yeah, so that's where it starts. We gotta acknowledge our offense. All right, and that's what we're doing. We repenting. We understand why we in this punishment. All right, we understand that before we came into this truth that we were living wickedly. All right, but reading the Bible, we understand that the Lord is giving that grace and that mercy to His elect. Okay, so that's why we coming in and out, or the week in and week out on the highways and hedges, preaching, putting our bodies as a living sacrifice. Okay, because we understand that that's what we need to do, in order to Lord's will, be part of that number. All right, be part of the Lord's elect. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And guess what? There is a reward for that, man. And again, that testimony from the brothers shows that, again, there's a reward for serving Yahweh Bashmi al-Shai. 3 million were without power, but hey, the brothers in GMS Temple, they were straight, man.
Yep.
Again, just west. The new one came on west Florida, right?
Yeah, the Gulf Coast.
Gulf Coast.
So, Sarasota, St. Pete, Tampa.
Yeah.
Trees fell, roofs came off.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually, their homes got destroyed. I think Fort Myers got hit heavy too. That's what I think.
Yeah, 4 miles. Yep.
I think like somebody's house was completely like,
That's the thing about Florida, it's paradise, but you got to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
You got to deal with hurricanes.
Yeah.
So some people
Yeah.
shit up, so they're gonna move it up north.
Yeah.
See, people still moving. Once they get money, move to Florida.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey.
And continue their businesses.
Yeah. Hey.
Up north.
Yep. Hey, it shows you that there's always a balance. Cali, you got to suffer the earthquakes that happened there.
High taxes.
Right.
Yeah. High taxes.
So you got to deal with that. It's paradise, but you got to deal with the taxes and the fault line, the San Andreas fault line is a possibility.
Yeah. Yep. Shoot, the Northeast might be a little bit, less
cold,
vibrant than
cold, old infrastructures, potholes everywhere,
tight streets.
We don't get none of that severe weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Yep. Yeah, you can read that again. Hosea 5:15.
So this is Hosea chapter 5 and 15. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. And their affliction, they will seek me early.
And their affliction, they will seek me early. And hey, we currently going through that affliction, man. All right, we looking for Yahweh Bashim al-Rashad. We're not tarrying, we're not waiting until it's too late. All right, we understand that, hey, we gotta overcome until the end. We understand that, the Lord, the day of the Lord, He's gonna come like that thief in the night. Okay, so you don't got time to tarry. All right. And not to mention, you see all the prophecies going on, all right? The wars, the rumors of wars, all right? What's going on in the Middle East, these different, so-called natural disasters, that's going on, okay? So, hey, so the Lord is coming. You got the strike, all right, on the ports, all right?
They're back, like they're talking.
Yeah, they're back up, but you know, as you can see, you know, this place don't got too much, you know, got too much long left, man. Okay, I've even heard of rumors they want to do another trucking strike. So that's, you know, this company is in the spirit of that uproar.
Well, yeah,
All right.
Philadelphia, they threatened SEPTA.
Yeah,
strike.
see?
That was recent.
See. So this place gonna get crashing down, and then
Look that up. SEPTA strike. It was good to talk about that. Yeah,
Yep.
appreciate it.
all right, Kyle, you go ahead.
It's Matthew 19:28 says, and Yahushua said to them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, the Son of Man, when we get our new bodies,
Yep.
and the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, and everyone that hath forsaken houses, brother and sister, father, mother, wife, children, and lands for my name's sake shall receive an hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life.
Yeah.
But many that are first shall be last, and last shall be first. So you got the leaders
Yep.
in Israel right now, you know, well, like you say, the popular ones, the ones that are wicked. You think the ones that's going to be first, they're going to be last.
God. Yep.
And the underdogs, the ones you thought were the worst camps in the world, the worst brothers in the world, they're going to be the first. It's up to the Lord. Right? It's the Lord's doing. The Lord made it. Yahushua made it that way. That's how He designed it, according to the blueprint of Yahweh, the Father. All right?
Yep. Yeah, and that's how we are as brothers. You know, they say, oh, you know, they're a very strict camp and this and that and the third, and you know they don't have any fun. You know, they out there, you know, looking like this and that. All right, well, this ain't
like
supposed to be
moms.
about games. It ain't supposed to be about games, about gimmicks, about looking the flies. You know, talk about, you know, oh, I have a life outside of the truth or anything like that.
That's
you
none
know,
of our business.
Yeah.
What the fuck you got a life outside of the truth? That's why it's not a part of the
Yeah.
ministry. It's like you having a business and you using your followers to get business. You ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to mix.
Yeah, it just sounds like a business, a corporation. You know, making merchandise out of. Hey, this truth is supposed to be your life. Okay. You know, it's not. Oh, I have a life out. No, this is supposed to be your life. All right, the truth. You're supposed to put your life around the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
The truth comes first, and all the affairs that you got to handle after that. Okay, that comes afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, you know, Jake trying to show off his Benz, you know, just make rap videos. You know, if you have a Benz, man, then just keep it to yourself. You know, you don't gotta, you know, show the whole congregation that, you know, you have so-called nice things.
Yeah, and then don't say that a brother's hating because, you know, we saying that you going off. Okay, and that's what a lot of these camps do, and that's what a bunch of these damn niggas say. You know, every time you tell a nigga that he's doing some wicked shit, oh, he just hating, or oh, he just bad because he this and that, or oh, he must hate his life.
He can't grow hair.
Yeah.
Say that to the prophet Zahara.
Yeah.
He hates braids. Yeah, because he can't grow. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I think he's saying that because he's jealous of you. I look too good, man.
Yeah.
You don't look good as me.
Jake automatically think you jealous and this, that, and the third. All right, which you know, we going off the scriptures. Well, you gonna say Yahushua is jealous? You know, hey, and when we followers of Yahushua, how he walked. All right, he didn't care about riding no Benz or anything like that. The Lord, he came into Jerusalem on a donkey, man.
It's a car.
No,
look, the Mercedes-Benz is a car based upon your income.
Yep.
It's not.
Yep.
It's not something special.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever bought a Mercedes-Benz or a German car. In
Yep.
Germany, they actually drive their own cars that they country produce. They
Yep.
actually drive Mercedes and Audis. It's normal to see a Mercedes and Audi. It's not special. But the thing is, people covet, you know,
Foreign
certain
stuff,
like
yeah.
material. They're in
Right.
materialism, you know.
Materialistic.
You know, German cars are built very well, you know, over like economy cars like Hondas and Toyotas. But Hondas and Toyotas are going to last longer.
Yep.
You know? But German cars are built better. I mean, they have a smoother ride, higher performance.
Yep.
And then you got the luxury versions of the Japanese cars, which the Acuras and your
Lexus.
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 So you can still get your bangs for your buck, so to speak. So and they're focused on the wrong shit. All right, it's not about teaching brothers how to make money. You should do your own research. Talk behind the scenes. This ministry is not a platform to get rich and to make money. All right, if you're getting rich and making money, that's nothing to do with the faith. Or you getting a degree or getting certifications, that ain't got nothing to do with the faith. All right? He's locked into the frequency of this world. All right, like most of these stupid ass Americans, walking fucking idiots. All right? The best thing about most of these people is they believe they can make money and that they're nice people.
Yep.
All right. That's what they think life is about. Life is about understanding the truth so you can be saved during the time of destruction. All right. And then living a quiet life in between that.
Yep.
If at all possible. All right. It's really offensive. They're blind that a person that doesn't know shit is going to look at us and judge us because of what we're wearing. And we're recording us reading the Bible. All right? And he had total judgment, nodding in the head. You didn't see it, but you had a very mentally ill Israelite walk past nodding his head. Off of what either I was saying and how we look, with our garments on, recorded. And he made a total judgment on our character based upon that.
Yep.
The wise man would ask the question. All right.
Yeah.
So what the scriptures say about a fool believes every word, but the wise man looketh well to his goings.
Yep.
All right. And the spirit just changed. That's when the devil walked past, just like that. All right. What the scriptures say about the spirit, you never know what way it's going to come, where it's going.
Yep.
Get that precept.
Gone. It says Proverbs chapter 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
Right, and you got these dumbass, angry Americans, these these people that don't understand what the truth is, make quick judgments with no knowledge. All right?
Yeah.
You can't just write somebody off because well, he basing it upon his past experience and his knowledge. So he surmised that we don't have the truth.
Yeah.
With the head nodding. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we know we have to, because it's and it's not even one of them things like we know about Christianity and Islam and Catholicism, and we know how to easily disprove that stuff.
And they don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
They don't know what we're doing.
Exactly.
We know
Yep.
their side. Meaning we know both the left and the right side.
Exactly.
They only know the left side.
Yeah.
They don't know the right side.
They'll listen to whoever they listen to on social media. Oh, don't listen to them guys. They're a hate group. This and that and third. And these people don't want to do their own research.
Yeah, they don't want to go into and analyze what we're saying is true. Like the Church of Berea did that too.
Yeah.
Church of Berea went through the scriptures and analyzed what the things we're saying were true. Like the easy one. What does the Lord look like? All right. What does his flesh look like? All right. That's the easy one to go into, and they'll stumble at that.
Yep.
They'll completely stumble at that. Oh, it's figurative. It means something else. But what the hell does it mean? If it's figurative for what? So you figuratively call somebody a so-called black person? Figure? That's like a common thing. He's figuratively dark brown skin. Figuratively. And what does the figure symbolize? So dark brown skinned people are very wise and strong and they rule in power and righteousness. Is that the figure you're talking about? It's right, but it's literal and figurative. So I mean, what's the? You never get an answer. You never get a straight answer. You always get, it means something else, or it don't matter. If it didn't matter, why the fuck you so why you so afraid not to talk about it if it don't matter? Why you afraid when I'm bringing it out? It don't matter. I'm bringing it out though. It's the truth.
Yep.
Who the Lord came to save. That's very important.
Yep.
The Lord came to recover the elect of Israel and to recover the Israelites in general. All right? After the second death for the rest of the Israelites. All right? The elect, the first fruits, they're not going to taste the hellfire, the second death. All right? But the 2/3 and the rest of the nations that are dwelling here in Babylon and America are going to eat fire. They're going to be consumed with the burning flame. It's going to burn forever, as the scripture says, which is a long period of time.
Yep.
Right? And that's going to stand as a witness for the wicked and for transgressions and sins. That's what's going to stand as a witness. Burning, pitch, tar, total maximum destruction in America. Babylon. All right? Why was America figuratively called Sodom, Egypt, Rome, Assyria? These are all wicked, evil places that practice witchcraft and murders. That's why America is figuratively called those names. Sodom and Egypt were also our Lord's crucified, meaning it was propagated here and continued here of the false image of the Lord.
Yep.
Right? And his people who worshipped and held the proper image of the Messiah and our Creator, which was not a Caucasian image, that was put to death with our slavery. Right? With the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. That image of Yahushua, the Father, all of the fathers, the children of the promise, was put, that image of who the Lord's people was, who the Messiah was put to death here in Babylon, America. Right? Through our slavery. Right? And Esau's propagation of propaganda through his covering of the get Cesare Borgia out of there and putting up this image. Caesar Borgia in Spanish, Cesare in Italiano, I believe Kaiser in Latin.
Cesare.
Kaiser Borgia. Cesare in Latin, in Italiano. Cesare Borgia.
Yeah. Like I don't know if you brothers seen it was I guess it was like a protest. You know, they just kept screaming Jesus the whole time in front of the, like it was like this Israelite camp. They was doing it in front of an Israelite camp, and they just kept mainly, you know, just repeating his name. And there was like, the guy in the camp, the brother in the camp, he was like, he held up a sign. He was like, "This is your Jesus. This is your Jesus." And they just kept saying it. It's like that's that demon, man. Yeah. You know, that's what Jesus would have you do. Walking around looking dumb as hell, not even saying no precepts.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, you just preaching a false name. Yeah, and like we were talking about before, they don't even look into the name. They don't even look into that.
They don't care.
Yeah. See?
As far as Jake just being in his own world, man.
Jake just be shit like that. You know, we preaching the real song. You rather blast that.
Right.
You know, and walk past, not listen to what we saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake's trying to keep that, you know, retro 70s spirit going.
You know people down here too. Yeah. You know somebody down here, you know you're a druggie. You're a druggie or some kind of drunk.
That's really how it be. Yep.
So this Matthew chapter 6 and 7, it says, "But when you pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they should be heard for their much speaking."
Yeah, like me and the brother, like our great grandma, she's heavily into the Roman Catholicism.
Yeah, man.
And she just keeps
Santa Maria Padre de Dios.
She keeps chanting
always.
the Mary's name. Keep chanting it over and over again. She'll do that for
she'll say it a whole hour, man. Like
a whole hour, man.
That's how you program. It's called auto-suggestion.
Yep.
You program yourself. You know how you memorize, like how to do that long division and algebra.
Yeah.
You got to keep doing the same problem over and over. Anything. That's a good technique actually to reinforce your beliefs. Is to keep like reading, like you can't learn by hearing the prophets.
Yep.
So there's repetition, but that's vain repetition.
Yeah.
All right. But that's just you're going to conjure different spirits up. That's going to compound you believing in a lie, and because you're not verifying with the script. No script says to worship Mary. We went over that a couple weeks ago about Hail Mary. It's Shalom in the Hebrew. You don't worship a woman or worship Mary specifically, even though she's a special Israelite, but there were several special Israelites. All right? You had Rebecca. She was special. She gave birth to Isaac. You have Milcah. Did we bring that out last couple weeks ago?
I don't think we brought that part
Giving
out.
Birth to, they praised Milcah for giving birth to children in Genesis. Did we find that last week? Did we ever bring it out? I mentioned it. So. Did it ever come out?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they praised her because she gave birth to the children. So I mean, like they're not to be worshipped because women are doing great acts that are praiseworthy. Well, Yahushua said that the act that this woman did should be always spoken about. when you put the ointment in, I believe, the Lord's hair or something like that, and wash his feet, roughly paraphrasing. But find that precept. But she was praised in Genesis, I believe, during Abraham time. Abram.
Oh yeah, I think we did bring that up.
Oh, we did.
I'm not sure if it was last week or like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but we bring it out again, just for because I brought the Roman Catholicism out. And the vain repetitions of the wicked you brought out in Matt, will you read that?
Genesis 17, right?
Is it before that? Genesis 17 is a covenant.
Slack, yeah. It's yes.
Is it?
So you gotta when you want to repeat something, you gotta repeat the truth. Like Yahweh's name, Yahweh's name. Repeat that, not vainly. Okay, you call upon and you invoke the power, the name of Yahweh. All right. Right, search for it on Google. Gave birth, children's birth in Genesis. It might bring up Jacob and Esau. It's in I believe Abram during Nahor when they were first leaving a war, leaving Babylon, or it might have been after. As we read, Abram was raised in Babylon, Mesopotamia. I'll read this in the meantime. I'll find it. The name starts with an M. Let's put search for. I believe it starts with an M. Yeah. No.
Oh yeah. Okay. Genesis 11.
11. I'll go read it.
Gone. So it says Genesis chapter 11, and we can start at, I guess, verse 24. It says, "And Nahor lived 9 and 20 years and begat Terah. And Nahor lived after he begot Terah 119 years and begot sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years and begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity, and in Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Issachar. But Sarai was barren; she had no child. And Terah took Abram his son, and Lot the daughter of Haran his son's son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife. And they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan. And they came unto Haran and dwelt there. It says, in the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran, which might
read. Look up her name, and the scriptures come up with her name. So the point was that women that gave birth to children were praised. Even when I forget the mother, whether Leah or Rachel, praised the Most High for giving birth to a son, called his name Judah or Yahweh. Go ahead.
Found it? No, I didn't.
All right, look up her name, and all the scriptures with her name should come right up.
Gone. I got Genesis chapter 22 and Genesis chapter 24. Gone. So I'm gonna read Genesis chapter 24 and 15. It says, and it came to pass before he had done speaking, that behold, Rebekah came out, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, and wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother. with her pitcher upon her shoulder, and the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin. Neither had any man known her. And she went down to the well and filled her pitcher, and came up. So you're skipping down. It says, verse 22, and it came to pass as the camels had done drinking, that the man took a golden earring of half a shekel weight, and 2 bracelets for her hands of 10 shekel weight of gold, and said, whose daughter art thou? Tell me, I pray thee, is there room in thy father's house for us to lodge in? And she said unto him, I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah, which she bare unto Nahor. She said moreover unto him, we have both straw and provender enough, and room to lodge in. And the man bowed down his head and worshipped the Lord Yahweh, and he said, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, power of my master Abraham, who hath not left destitute my master for of his mercy.
Genesis 22 and 20.
Got it? Oh, I got it. This is Genesis 22 and 20. And it came to pass after these things that it was told Abraham, saying, behold, Milcah, she hath also borne children unto thy brother Nahor, who's his firstborn, and Booz his brother, and Kemuel, the father of Aram, and Chesed, and Hazo, and Pildash, and Jidlaph, and Bethuel, and Bethuel begat Rebekah. These 8 Milcah did bear to Nahor, Abraham's brother, and his concubine, whose name was Rumah.
Right, that was the point. So it was mentioned that she bare many children. That was an important time frame in the lineage of the sons of God, or the children of the divine lineage. All right, there is a divine lineage. All right, so just like you have Milcah, you have Rebecca, you have Leah, Rachel, Sarah, all right, Mary, and thousands of other women that have gave birth to children, but they're not to be worshipped or praised. All right, that's the point. Just because the woman has been given the duty of bearing children, bringing the king into existence, through the seed of her husband, but through her conduit, her womb or uterus or whatever. Like the scriptures tell you about how important women are. Women are important. They're a part of the prolonging of all race. All right, but it starts with the man providing the genetic material, which is the seed. All right, that's why the man owns the children, because it's the man's seed that the woman incubates, all right, and grows into a child through the woman. All right. So women are important because they're made with a purpose. All right. Get Genesis 3:16. This is the purpose of a woman.
So this is Genesis chapter 3 and 16. It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
All right, that's right precept. So that's the purpose of a woman. Okay, even though she borns or bears the king, all right, and then she carries the king, she carries the nations through a womb. That genetic material, the sperm, is provided by the man. All right, so the man owns the children. All right, the woman doesn't own the children. The man, when you look up the word family, it comes from the Latin familia, all right, which means a household of slaves. So it's the man's family. Look up where it says Abraham. I know Abraham will lead his children. Yeah, where's that I'm going to read?
I know. I had some. Yeah.
I know Abram or Abraham will lead his children. For I know.
This is Genesis 2 and 18.
Will lead his household. I think it says. Go ahead.
This is Genesis 2 and 18.
2 and 18. Right.
And the Lord Yahweh said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him.
Right. So the woman's a helpmeet, a servant. That's how she was created, to be the servant to her husband. Right? Not an independent influencer, thought leader. Right?
Con, I got it. Con, so it says Genesis chapter 18 and 18. It says, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. Or
the great and mighty nation is the Israelites, and all the nations of the earth, because the Israelites are going to be scattered in the other nations. Right? And being called what? Gentiles. You don't know Jesus. You're a damn woman. Alright? Fuck the damn woman, you know. Got a baseball cap on. Sign that says Jesus. Just keep your mouth shut, walk your ass down the street. How about that? Read that precept again. You got another precept?
No.
Read that precept again.
Con, so this Genesis chapter 18 and 18.
If you don't got nothing productive to say, don't say it at all. Keep your mouth shut. Alright? What's the sign say? 12 tribes of Israel.
Was she talking about this sign?
Yeah, she's talking about this.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
she
said,
said, yeah, Jesus. They're saying Jesus. This is the devil. Well, I mean, hey, it's true.
Yeah, well, it says is the devil. This image is not biblical. Jesus is a Negro, not a white man. Jesus as Negro no Blanco. Say it right, El Diablo. So,
Yeah, that's right,
That's
yeah.
the truth. Go ahead.
So it says Genesis chapter 18 and 18. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. It says verse 19, for I know him that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord Yahweh to do justice and judgment, that the Lord Yahweh may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him.
Right, and he was talking about the sons of Jacob. So the divine line goes Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's who he was talking about. Not everybody that came from Abraham, but the Arabs came from Abraham. Moab and the grandfather, or great-grandfather. Moab, Ammon came out of Shem, came out of Abraham, Lot. You know? So it's not talking about every single person. It's referring to the divine line, the Israelites. Alright? And that's okay, you don't gotta believe that. You're gonna believe that everything is universal. We don't give a shit at this point. Everything is universal, everybody has the opportunity to be saved, all that crap. Alright? You can walk down the street. Alright, we can talk to ourselves and to the 10 people watching online. We're fine with that. When they start to suffer, we're gonna have they're gonna crash YouTube.
Yeah.
Like they did when the elders had the old site. I think they went through at least 2 iterations of websites.
Yeah.
We came into the picture we had. I don't know if it was the same one. That might have been a second iteration of the website. But when they had the original website, they had because back then you had certain plans you get certain bandwidth on the website. So if you get 20 gigs, back then it's probably lower than that. Let's say you get 20 gigs of bandwidth. If you exceed that bandwidth, meaning people on the site, then the host blocks people from visiting the site. So they use up all their bandwidth on their site when the towers fell, I believe. I believe it was when 2001, September 11th, they came to find the truth. So they use up all the bandwidth on the sites. That's what's going to happen. We're going to get so many damn hits, and people walking up to it when things have to manifest physically, like beyond what it's doing right now. They're going to be terrified. They don't want answers. All right? We talk about some damn Jesus Christ during that day. You can call fire from down and burn your ass up. All right? This is a totally legitimate and significant picture that you need to digest. All right? This is Cesare Borgia, which goes back to Serapis Christus, or Serapis Christos, which means Serapis Christ. All right, that's the Christ figure. I believe that was based off of Ptolemy the First, Sotor, which means Ptolemy the First is Savior. All right, in English we'll say Savior. In Greek it's Sotor. So after the Macedonian Greeks conquered the Egyptians, those Macedonian Edomites, technically,
Yep.
that stole the Greek religion and culture and assimilated the Greeks. So now they're being called Greeks. They're not even being called Macedonians anymore. Don't y'all find that crazy? Yeah, so Macedonians that originally was Edomites.
Right.
Let's say they created the Macedonian kingdom or empire or whatever. They all of a sudden just stopped calling themselves Macedonian, and now they call themselves Greek.
Yep.
And then they split up into different regions in the East, in West Asia and Africa, or the land of Ham, and then they started calling themselves Egyptian and Syrian and Italian and Greek. Like, what the fuck? Y'all just conquer a country and then just start calling yourself the name of the country. Well, Satan would do something like that. He was a Macedonian, then he turned to a Greek. Then from a Greek he turned to an Egyptian. So everybody thinks that Alexander was actually a Greek, which he wasn't. He was a Macedonian. And then before that he was an Edomite. So-called white man. Now they're so-called white people now. So they went from Edomites to Macedonians to Greeks to Syrians to Egyptians to Italians. Now they're so-called white people now. That's amazing. They went through like 6 transformations of nationalities and names.
Now they're the Ish people.
Yeah, that's another one. Forgot. How should I forget that?
Yeah.
Then they assimilated my tribe. They assimilated our culture.
Yep.
All right, let's not forget that. So in between becoming Greeks, about the time they were Greeks and Romans, they stole that. And they started calling themselves Jays, Judah, and Israel. They called us. We're the real Israelites. They started calling themselves Judah and Israel, and so much that they only call themselves Israel. Well, they do call themselves Israel, but it's more so they use the term Judah, the abbreviated form of Judah. All right, they use that term. So they've been like 7, 8 different types of people. All right, which they're only the Edomites that have stolen the language and customs and history of those nations that they conquered. All right, and were forced to be it. Like they became Judah when John Hyrcanus forced them to convert, and even before that, during the time of the Syrian Babylonian king is in the Book of the Kings, right? It said they would place the Babylonians placed them in the land. The Syro-Babylonians placed the different nations in the land. All right, which they placed different nations in the land. And people started to assimilate the culture of our ancestors, the Israelites. All right, I believe.
2 Kings 17.
The northern kingdom, I think, already got taken away, right, to Assyria. And then they made the great escape to America, New Babylon. All right. No, all right. Esau is a thief. All right, give me Job 9. I think it's 11th verse. He covered the faces of the judges. That's what we're talking about. All of the nations that I ran through. Everybody think that Alexander was Greek. Everyone wasn't no damn Greek. He was renamed a Greek. All right. Well, the Bible technically renamed him Greek, but he wasn't originally a Greek. He's a Macedonian. All right. The Greeks and the Macedonians didn't even trust each other. The Greeks didn't even trust the Macedonians. They got conquered. All right. And they were made second-class citizens, just like America. Today it's called America. The Gad, Reuben, Issachar got conquered, and then made second-class citizens. So the power came from Macedonia, those forces, all right? And they put down the Greek forces. Some of them were actual Japhites, and some of them were Israelites, all right? And they got conquered. So now the Macedonians started spreading, raping, robbing, spreading their seed throughout Greece. All right? They put themselves up into the Senate houses and whatever Greek government they have. They started installing their Macedonian leaders in the key positions. They had their legions set up in Greece, and they spoke Greek. They learned what they are. I think they knew Greek because they had similar cultures, the Macedonians and the Greeks. All right, Mount Olympus, I believe, was originally Macedonia, if I'm not mistaken. Map here. So they were they had their own gods, but they had similar gods too, the Greeks, and the which are dark-skinned people, and the Macedonians. But that's not the Edomites' original land. They migrated up to Macedonia, and either started that kingdom or they took down the original Japhetic people that were in the kingdom of Macedonia. I just those two theories out there. All right. What'd you ask?
Job 9 and 24.
9:24. Yeah.
Gone. So this is Job chapter 9 and 24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?"
He covers the faces of the judges. All right. So you had Alexander, all right, and his generals. They'll set up different idols and false gods. All right. And if it was an Israelite there, they covered the face up. And he put his own god up there. One of them notably was Serapis Christus. Serapis Christ. Serapis Christos. All right. So Ptolemy, he was an avenger. He set himself up as a god. All right. And what? You covered up the Egyptian gods. All right. I heard the elders apostles mention say to the people, the so-called black people that are involved in the Kemet culture, so-called conscious community. Do they still believe in those gods? I don't know if you heard the apostles mention that. Do they still believe in those gods? They asked the question. So do they have any power? Why your ass got put in slavery? What happened? Are you calling on those gods? Do you worship those gods? Anubis, Set? Tutankhamun, whatever the gods are, Ra, Amun-Ra. Do you worship those gods? Do you evoke those spirits to get power? You notice they don't talk about things like that. Because those gods, they actually believe they have power. They actually had power. That proves that the power belongs. Give me what Daniel said. He set us up, whoever who want to rule, set us up even over the basis of men. Talking to Nebuchadnezzar. Daniel was basically just getting them told. Talking about who the Lord set who up in power, who he wants in power. Those Egyptians, and give me the account that when they were mimicking Moses' power, threw the snake down, when Aaron threw the rod down and turned into a snake, the Egyptians did the same exact thing. They actually had power. The Egyptians never got that spiritual power back. Once the Lord drowned Pharaoh's chariots, Exodus 15, they sang a song about it. Pharaoh's horses and his chariots had been drowned in the depths of the sea. They never came back to that powerful witchcraft they had. They actually had power back then. The magicians were priests of Egypt, and that's the account that proves it. So you got the Daniel. Read that.
This is the book of Daniel. I'm gonna start up at 18. It says Daniel 2 and 18. It says or 17. Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah and his companions that they would desire mercies of Yahweh of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon.
Yep.
Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in the night vision. Then Daniel blessed the power of heaven. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of Yahweh forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings.
Yep.
He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Yep.
He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him.
Yep.
I thank thee and praise thee, O thou power of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made known unto me not what we desired of thee, but thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. Therefore Daniel went unto Arioch, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus unto him, destroy not the wise men of Babylon, bring me in before the king, and I will shew unto the king the interpretation.
Give me where it says set up over them the basis of men. That was good.
Right. You seen that?
What'd he do?
You like, wait, shit.
Oh, I found it. Yep.
Same chapter or?
No, it's the 4th chapter.
All right, go ahead, read it.
Then this is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men.
Yeah, so he could set up whoever he want to rule. So he set up the Egyptians, and they had high-level witchcraft. All right, I'm going to give the example of the witchcraft. They never got back to that spiritual power again. That Egyptian did it on demand. You know, right when Moses, Aaron, I believe it said, Aaron threw his rod down, and it became a serpent. But Aaron's rod ate up the, I forget how it worded. He got more on that.
Goes into Nebuchadnezzar.
That's
dream.
right.
Yeah.
Right,
So this Exodus chapter 7 and 8, it says, and the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord Yahweh had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent.
Yeah, so just so you know, the Lord can do this. The Lord can give us power, and we can prove to people by means of miracles, because they did it back then. And that was just dramatized. All right, so the Lord can do that. He can set up his elect, and we can have the people gather, and we can perform miracles right in front of them. We can make believers right out of them. Because Pharaoh was an unbeliever, and he got shown those miracles. Right? But he was such a the Egyptians were high-level witches to be able to do that. But the count that he's about to read. Right? So that's going to happen again, just like in the ancient world when the apostles did their miracles. They you had to have faith, and sometimes the Lord gave them grace, and just so they could witness it. Then they could either get faith and accept or reject it. So what did you read?
So this is Exodus chapter 7 and 11. It says, then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers. Now it says, now the magicians of Egypt, they also did in like manner with their enchantments. So it says, for they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents, but Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods.
All right. So he cast them down, and he became serpents just like Aaron did. But the Lord's staff, the rod, devoured the Egyptians' serpents. All right? So that was a show of power. So they were witches. They had power. They had spiritual power. On the left-hand side, the Egyptians. All right, not the Caucasian Edomite Egyptians. These are tall, skinny, dark-skinned, actual Egyptians, real Egyptians. All right? They wore the headdress, all into the gold, sending their possessions with them in the afterlife, building the pyramid. Those are the actual Egyptians. All right. And that was it, man. Get Matthew 24. And 32. One of the parable of the fig tree.
Yo. This is Matthew 24 and 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
Now read up a little bit what the Lord was talking about.
God. This is Matthew 24, and we can start at 26. It says, wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn the parable of the fig tree, when his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that the summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
Yeah, so what? Nuclear fire is going to come and destroy Babylon, America. So we know that this hasn't happened yet. It says the stars are going to fall, the sun is going to be darkened, as it's referring to the hellfire. It's going to come and destroy Babylon, America. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. Give me Zechariah. And give me the account of the Ezekiel wheels, first chapter. We're gonna see what the ships look like. They can appear, as light orbs of light. They hide. The scripture said the Lord is a God that hideth himself. So we see orbs of light, but if they reveal themselves, we're going to see they can be whatever size they want to be. But they could be the size of a building, they could be the size of a block, they could be the size of a whole state or country. The structure, shape is up to their whatever they're commanded to shape. We shape that. It could be a sphere, it could be a square, it could be a pyramid. It could glow. The light could go out. They could be the wheel in the midst of a wheel. Not all of them have to look like that. They could be a glowing circle. Then you can see another circle inside it. They could reveal the contents of the inside the ship, or it could be totally non-transparent. You can't see inside it, or you can see all the occupants inside. Depends on what the angels want to reveal at the time. And Ezekiel was describing what he saw at the time. Not every prophet saw those in exactly the same fashion, depending on what they revealed.
Yeah,
I saw a nuclear fire, and it was see-through. You could see the fire on the ground. And I was in Abraham's bosom in my vision, last dream. I was in total protection. I was saved, so to speak.
Yeah, so this is Ezekiel 1:15. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth.
And I had fear, healthy fear. I was safe in the Lord's hands, but I had fear. And the scriptures speak about that. Scarcely be saved, find that too.
Yeah. This is Ezekiel 1:15. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his four faces, the appearance of the wheels, and their work was like unto the color of beryl, and they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went.
Because it didn't have to like an automobile got to turn, or a jet got to turn. It can just stay the same direction, face, and just move in any direction. You know. And then the angels, they can appear how they want it. They can appear like human. They can appear like actual beasts. You know. What Scripture says, the Lord is a God to hide Himself. All right. So when they appear, we don't know what they look like. All right.
Yeah.
We don't want to see what their full power look like anyway. We want to see them in a depowered state, so we can actually like live to see what they look like. So when we see the angels, we're gonna see them in a depowered state. Like when Moses saw the Most High, he saw his back part. You know, and that was, the Lord depowered him. The Most High depowered Himself, and showed him his back parts. Yeah. Which no description. You know, and Ezekiel did the best he could to describe what he saw. Right? That's why Moses didn't describe it. He said, and Moses was so amazed and shocked at what he saw, his whole face was glowing. You know? He had to wear a veil. So don't ask us to break down what the Lord looked like in His actual face and the angels' actual faces and all that. It's a foolish question. Right? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 1:18. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them four.
Yeah, and I believe he was talking about the windows in his chariot and ships. Yep.
Verse 19, and when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them.
Yeah, the ships and the beings inside the ships. The ships can have autopilot, like the Tesla autopilot, or you can see them being physically controlled, which are ultimately under the control of the angels. They can merge with them, separate from them, go on autopilot, come back, merge together, separate.
Yep. Ezekiel 1:19. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them, and when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up.
Yeah, there you go. Give me I'll jump down to the color of the Lord. Talk about the Lord. Fire, amber, bottom, rainbow.
Okay.
That's where Thor get that thing, whole thing from Thor.
Yep.
What was that? Asgard. That's really the Most High's throne. That's what I believe they framed it after this right here. When you look up, was it the first one or the second one? They show you the bridge that he was on, that Thor had to go across. I forget the first one.
Kind of like this.
It was outside though. It shows you all the colors it was the colors of the rainbow. That's like Assyrian, Babylonian. But it was like a bridge. It had the colors of the rainbow. I think it was the first one. The first one when they teleport. I used to use the clip on my outros and intro. My outros, they go up in the whirlwind. Is that the first door? I think it's the first door. They teleport up into a cloud, a dark cloud. All right. But it's like a bridge that goes across, I guess, from space to, I guess, Asgard. They get that from what the brother's about to read here. Say you read it.
Yeah. So this is Ezekiel 1, and we can start at 24. And when they went, I heard the noise of their wings like the noise of great waters, as the voice of the Almighty, the voice of speech, as the noise of a host. When they stood, they let down their wings. And there was a voice from the firmament that was over their heads while they stood and had let down their wings. And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone, and upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above upon it. And I saw as the color of amber, as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins even upward, and from the appearance of his loins even downward. I saw it as it were the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about.
Yeah, well, it's because Paul described the Lord as Most High as an everlasting fire and consuming flame, I believe. Hebrews, right? It described the Lord as that, the Most High. You can find that. You can fact check that. All right, go ahead.
Yep. Ezekiel 1:28, as the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain, so was the appearance of the brightness round about. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, God, this was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard a voice of the one that spake.
There you go. So yeah, so they get from these movies, they get their ideas from the scriptures. So basically, you take a prototype, and then as you read the prototype, different images flash into your head. You come up with ideas. All right, for your movies or your business, whatever. That's the technique to use. All right. Now, what did I ask you to get? Everlasting fire and consuming flame, and I asked you to get another thing. So Hebrews, I believe that one's in Hebrews. All right. Because we can't even concede that the Most High has no beginning. All right, because He always existed, He's an eternal being. So having that confidence, that's who's on our side. Your confidence should build up, and your connection to the Father through the Son, Yahweh Shai, because He's the mediator of the new covenant, which only pertains to the Israelites. Because under the new covenant, the other nations going into slavery. So you shouldn't love it. You shouldn't be saying it's for everybody to get the new covenant, because under the new covenant, the nations going into slavery. All right, appreciate it.
So this is Matthew chapter 25 and 40. It says, and the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you. It says, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Verse 41, it says, then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into, it says, everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels.
What was your point?
Oh, Slocky, you said you wanted the everlasting fire? Or?
No, that's not what I wanted. It was a description of the Lord, of the Most High, that Paul gave. It's very easy to find, type of what I asked. Everlasting fire and consuming flame was the key words. That should have been very easy to find. Got Google, got plenty of search engines to find it. Hebrews 12 and 28.
Hebrews 12 and 28. Wherefore we receiving a kingdom which cannot be moved, let us have grace whereby we may serve Yahweh acceptably with reverence and godly fear, for our power is a consuming fire.
Consuming fire, that's the correct word. Consuming fire. All right. So it gave the description of what the Most High looked like in Ezekiel, and then Paul reiterated it with a similar description. All right, and he's everlasting because he never doesn't have a beginning. All right? So you get a lot of confidence if that's who we're working for. That's and he commissioned his Son to make us accepted by Him again. His Son is the first Spirit creator, Yahweh Shai. Powerful. Look up different versions. Devouring, consuming.
I got something.
Go ahead.
Exodus. So it says Exodus chapter 24 and 17. In the sight of the glory of the Lord Yahweh, was like a devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel.
Yeah, there you go. Top of the mountain.
Yeah, and by the way, it says devouring, meaning literally from the Hebrew word akal, which means to eat. So, you know, linking up to Hebrews chapter 12 and 29, where it says consuming.
Yep. That's just strength of your spirit. Shouldn't be worrying about whether all nations can be saved. I can't even damn all nations can be saved. It's stupid. When the hell that was ever a thing? All nations can be saved. Only the Israelites in those nations. All right. What tells you that? He was wounded for our transgressions. That Isaiah 54, Isaiah 56. He was wounded for our transgressions. Only for so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans.
53.
And our 53. That, you know, and the people that are scattered, through race, so-called race mixing, whatever. All right. And your race is not only your phenotype. All right. Your race is your genetic line on your father's side. That's your race. All right. Read. Who has something?
Yeah, I'll read that. This is Isaiah 53, and I'll start at the first verse. It says, "Who hath believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed?"
Yeah, the report of the prophets prophesying. Who have believed that report? So we know, like the apostles say, all 12 tribes worldwide. That's wickedness. The scriptures say clearly who have believed that report. All right. So who?
Yep.
The people are not going to believe the words of the prophets. They're going to continue on the
Hebrew,
same wavelength that they've been on.
Israelites.
They're not going to. He said Israelites, Israel. Islam is anybody can be a Muslim. Everybody can't be an Israelite. All right? And then it makes you like deaf too, I guess. When you hear the words of the Lord, like you can't hear it. The scripture say the words of wise men are heard and quiet.
Yeah.
You can't. They just want to hear like what they want to hear, Right?
You can tell Jake something, but he'll hear something else.
But it's cool, Soon they're gonna be begging. Like, Islam?
Yeah,
Really?
he kept
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
Fools. So you're gonna be begging the Lord's elect. Yahweh Shai to learn the law, to learn the precept. Right, to learn how I get right with the Lord and all that. You're gonna be begging, you're gonna be wanting the 18, because we're akin to the 18. You basically the 18. You call us when you want to get the job done. You can't go to nobody else. You call the 18 men, and they fix all the problems. They fix everything up. All right. And the 18 was basically like retired army, retired like computer programmers. They were good with. Some of them might have been crazy. Got rejected from fired from jobs, and they came together and they became an elite team of fixers. Right? That fixes problems that can't be fixed by normal means.
Yep.
All right, that's the 18. I used to watch that show all the time. That's a really good. One of the first shows where they had like a team-based TV show. 18. Go ahead.
Yeah, this for that one guy. This is Matthew 13 and 14. It says, "And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive."
Oh, give me a first chapter of Revelation. Him that is ignorant, let him say it. I think it says. Read it again. There you go.
Yeah.
Quote the scripture.
This is Matthew 13 and 14. "And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand,
Isaiah, the 6th chapter, I believe, right?
and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive." It's a little bit more to it.
Damn them. They damn. What?
verse 15, for this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing.
Yeah, meaning their ears are fat, so they won't be able to. It's swelled up, so the ears, you know, so the audio won't enter their ears into their brains and they comprehend, as not to hear the words of the prophets. I mean, they'll hear everything else, or other things, but the words of the prophets, it's like they're speaking like another language to them. Or you can't speak Cantonese, but you speak Mandarin. So it's like you kind of hear, but you don't really hear it. All right?
Yep.
Or it's even more foreign than that. You speak English and you're trying to speak Cantonese. It's not penetrating your skull. But more.
Yeah. Matthew 13 and 15. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
Less. They didn't accept it. So if they were to get the knowledge, they would be healed. But they ain't gonna get the knowledge, so they're not gonna be healed. So that's their judgment.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember Jake, you know, at another camp. He's like, what tribe? He's like, Judah. You know, Buddha? Like, you know, was acting stupid and shit.
Yo.
Yeah.
Well, was he trying to be a smart ass? Or
Yeah,
he was trying to be smart.
Yeah, you know, Jake be doing that.
Yeah, Jake be like, you know, it'd be so crazy when you bring out the truth to Jake. What you mean Muslim? Buddha? Like, it's just something crazy. Like what? Like, you mean the 12 tribes of Judah? Like.
Yeah. I think it was like something like that.
You know, Jake will say something like that.
He's basically like trying to get a Jake to get off of drugs, and you're telling him like, no, that's not the way to go, and you know, stop drinking or stop drinking too much alcohol. Or you're like, I like doing what I'm doing, so they're gonna keep doing what they're gonna be doing. So they can't get right.
Or maybe it was I remember it was the elder Manasseh-made in South Carolina. I think he was telling the Jakes like they were Judah. They're like, Buddha. Like, you know.
Yeah, man.
Man.
That's a prime example of that scripture. And also says in the 16th verse, but blessed are your eyes for they see, and blessed are your ears for they hear. So only the elect is going to be able to get it. You know, if the Lord hasn't, if you haven't been revealed to it, if you listening to the word and you just cannot understand it, it's not for you, man. It's for the Lord's elect.
Yeah, I got a brother that's just constantly researching different like doctrines, you know. And I'm like, well, you're wasting your time. He's saying he don't believe them, but he's trying to learn about them to figure them out. Whatever, right? He has no stable center belief system. He don't have a belief system. Just figuring things out. I like the belief system with the scriptures, you know, Bible. Not trying to talk about like a different Anunnaki. Talking about that. The first white man being Enoch. Like, you kind of got it right, but you probably you're watching some documentary. All right, a so-called white man, I should say. They're not really white. It's pale flesh. Clean leopards, so to speak. Cain was his first so-called white man. The curse that he was under was the curse of being a clean leopard. Because there was nobody on earth that looked like him. All right, that's what we believe. He was a clean leopard. All right, and the penalty was, that was the penalty for going off, for murder, to lose melanin. And he was under threat of being put to death because he looked pretty much like a demon. That was a brand new look. Nobody ever looked like Cain. The mark of Cain.
So this Revelation chapter 1 and 3, it says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Yeah, Khan. And, add on to the elder's point, what he said his brother, I mean, what? That was us before we came to the truth. We were looking, just looking left and right. Or, I know me.
He knows about the truth, but he constantly forgets.
Yeah.
That's how Jake is. You'll tell them something, and then they still don't believe, because if they believe, they wouldn't be asking you certain questions. That's how you know they don't believe, because they wouldn't be asking certain questions. He asked me questions about Cain and the Mexicans. Like, where the fuck did you get this shit from?
Yeah.
I told you the truth a couple years ago, and every year, and I'm telling you, like, you're wasting your time trying to figure out all these different doctrines. There's no end.
Yeah. Which, when the elect, finally find the truth, then hey, that's it. We're not looking for anything else. So it says, Revelation chapter 1-3, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Yeah, so add on to their brother's point, hey, only the elect are going to be able to have the ears to hear, and everybody else, whether their ears and their eyes are going to be shut up, meaning that, they're not going to be able to understand the truth. It says, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
Keep them things that are written. All right, so we're keeping what Yahushua said, rehearse the righteous acts. Keeping, calling the name of the Most High, calling the name of His, give me the curse. It says, if you don't seek the Lord's face, you are under a curse. It's in the law. He that seeketh not the Lord's face. I believe it should be put to death, that should be cut off from his people. Will you seek the Lord's face? The devil behind this. So you can't, the truth is not universally accepted by everyone. It's only accepted, only the elect are going to understand the knowledge of the truth and believe the words of the prophets. And we have the current events that's lining up. Like the mark, the MOTB, conversion is coming to pass. You can see it converging to a system in which we're not using paper currency anymore. Everything's converging to that point, whether it be the Fed now, the amount of money that's being used that's digitally. You can look up a stat on that, how much money what percentage of money is digital versus cash.
How many times possible to do? I just say when I get this house, I'll just sit down like any vacation time, just
Con, so this real quick, 2 Chronicles chapter 15-13, it says that whosoever will not seek the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, shall be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
Chronicles cross-reference it, see it in the law. But that's still the law, though. He just read the law. That is a law. Well, it says, Exodus 20:1. That basically says the same thing.
Okay.
Similar, another parallel. But cross-reference that precept and see what do you have?
I looked up how much the percentage of money that's digital versus
cash.
Yeah. So on Google, got the AI overview. It says according to current estimates, around 90% of the world's money is considered digital, with only about 10% existing as physical cash in the form of coins and banknotes. It also says
so the MOTB is moving toward that. I'm sure you can get probably a chart or something for when we started using cash, say 1900s, and how it increased digitally as it pushed into the years. All right. Go ahead.
Says this on usatoday.com. The heading, a fully digital US dollar, Fed releases study of potential contender to cryptocurrency. It says digital money is already prolific, with many modern transactions occurring over digital wallets and systems. According to an October 2021 piece by Harvard Business Review, over 97% of money in circulation is from online transactions.
There you go.
So,
We're moving toward a system where we're not using cash anymore. Right? All right, you have another law or something similar? Yeah, Exodus 20 and 1. Read that. Exodus 20.
this is the book of Exodus 20 and 1. And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Okay, I am Yahweh thy power. All right, Yahweh. All right, so, and then Yahweh shot, then his son was manifest to us to take away our sins. 1 John 2 and 1. Did we read these unified transgressions? We didn't read that yet.
Oh yeah, we was in the middle of it, but
Switch. Okay, so finish reading Exodus.
all right.
And then go back, then go to unified transgressions.
Yep. So this is Exodus 20 and 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I the Lord, Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
All right, go read the first verse.
Exodus 20 and 1. And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
All right, there you go. There shall no other God before me. So seek the Lord's face. Worship Yahweh only. All right. Now, Yahweh Shai was manifest because he's the first spirit created. So read Isaiah 53.
Yep.
I got it.
Yeah,
So this is Isaiah chapter 53 and first verse.
Yeah.
So first verse, it says, who hath believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord Yahweh revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there's no beauty that we should desire him.
meaning that many Israelites were not going to pay attention and believe he was the Messiah. All right. Go on.
He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and it says acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not.
Yeah, the Israelites. He's talking about himself and his own people. Isaiah is referring to himself and his own people. Well, yeah, Isaiah personally didn't reject him. He's one of the elect. Go ahead.
Verse 4, it says, surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High.
Yeah, borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. I mean, he forgave our sins. All right. So our sins are rested upon Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
It says, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High, and afflicted.
Yeah, man, he was put to death. Oh, he died. He wasn't a prophet. He was just some regular dude that thought too much of himself. Well, he didn't make it. If he was a prophet, he wouldn't have got put to death. If he was the son of God, he wouldn't have got put to death. But the scriptures clearly say that he was wounded for our transgressions. Wounded. You know, look up wounded too. Go ahead.
So it says, Isaiah chapter 53 and 5, but he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities, the chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed.
Yeah, so we get salvation. So that's to the Israelites. That's for us, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and our people scattered throughout the other nations. All right? Because of Yahweh Shai's death and resurrection, we are healed. We get to go back to the Father. We get to be saved and continue to be the Lord's people. All right, so he was wounded.
So wounded, it says in the Hebrew, halal, which it means
by his stripes we are healed. So meaning he got put to death. Ultimately, he got put, well, he was scourged first and then put to death.
gone.
And he rose on the third day.
So it means to bore. It also says to break. It also says to slay or slain.
Slain, yeah. He was put to death. He was beaten and put to death for our transgressions.
Oh yeah, Khan. So also it says the bore or pierce.
Pierced. Bore. You said bore. First one you said, right? Bore.
Yeah, bore.
Yeah,
bore.
so what? Isaiah 20, Psalms 22. And Jonah, you get the count of Jonah. That's 3 days. You know, someone was reiterated. Jonah spent 3 days in the belly. So no, Yahweh Shai said that. In the earth, yeah, Yahweh Shai reiterated Jonah. He evoked Jonah being the heart of the earth. He's the heart of the belly of the fish. Yeah, so he was pierced. He was crucified for our transgressions. And through his death, we are healed. When he died, he went to the Father. And now he's able to be a high priest for us to continuously, we buffed it out a couple weeks ago too, to continually offer sacrifices for remission of sins. He can continually ask the Father for forgiveness on our behalf. 1 John 2:1. What we got?
Yeah, well, I got the account in Jonah.
I got.
Oh, you got?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got it? All right,
You
go
talked
ahead,
about
go ahead.
Jonah?
Yeah.
Gone. So it says Matthew chapter 12 and 30. Well, we can start at, let's see, 38. It says then certain of the scribes and of the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we would see a sign from thee. Verse 39, it says, but he answered and said unto them, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign.
Meaning this generation right here. You're seeking after a sign because you don't have no faith. What?
It says, and there should be no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. It says, verse 40, for as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
Right, and then Jonah came out of the earth. That symbolizes Jonah, Yahweh Shai being resurrected. Because what resurrection mean? Rise again, or the resurrection?
To revive or something like that.
We need to rise again.
Yeah, rise.
Anastasia. Remember Yahweh Shai when he came back.
Yeah. It's
He
rise again, rise
He
again.
didn't come back in angelic form. He came back in the same body, but he was resurrected. So that means his body disappeared, then recombinated back to his original body that he had when he was on earth. He had the holes and everything. Right? So that was a sight to see. But I'm sure the Lord covered himself up while he was singing hymns and songs and everything, and he disappeared. Again, and that body is recompiled back into atoms. However the Lord did it. Alright? But his spirit now, which is eternal, is sitting on the right hand of the Father. What do you got?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Well, I mean, we can keep on reading too. It says Matthew chapter 12 and 41, the men of Nineveh shall rise in judgment with this generation and shall condemn it, because they repented at the preaching of Jonas, and behold, a greater than Jonas is here.
Yeah, so basically Jonas was an example, a figure. But Scripture said, I have written of me, the volume in the book, I've written of me. So we go through a lot of these things to basically as like an example. Like we're like playing like a play out, a different play. Us standing here, us being nice to people, us cussing people out, all that is, a thought to the Lord, a thought to Yahweh Shai. Us having mercy, and sometimes we're not having mercy. Jonah, these events of him getting swallowed by the fish, and then coming out of the fish, coming out of the earth, and then preaching, and then we continue in the stead of our chief apostle, Yahweh Shai, preaching. You got it? You got something?
Yeah, I got Hebrews 10. It says Hebrews 10:6, and burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin that has no pleasure, that has had no pleasure.
Yep.
It says verse 7, then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O power.
Yeah, the whole book. Not just where you see the Lord's name at. All right. Prophets. All right. Prophets spoke about the Lord, about him coming to recover Israel and to destroy the actual Gentiles. All right. Get Isaiah, I believe it's 66 something, or 63, talks about the destruction of the Gentiles. Isaiah 63 and Isaiah 66, still said somewhere in there, 65, the destruction of the Gentiles. So Isaiah was just talking about he was wounded for our transgressions, and through his stripes we're going to inherit eternal life. We're healed. So it also parallel right next to it. Isaiah was giving you the prophecies of the destructions of the nations. So if you're not of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right, on your father's side, all right, which the main ones are so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and then you have Israelites scattered throughout the world in other nations that look like those nations have the same culture, everything. They live among them. The only way they're going to come out is they take heed to the word that they're hearing. All right, and then they'll get converted and healed. Well, if you converted and healed, you already know what to do. There should be no question about that. What?
Got it.
We can go with Isaiah 66 and start at 15 or 14. It says, and when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of the Lord shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
That's Babylon being destroyed. All right, Babylon, America being destroyed. What, for sins, for destroying the Lord's people.
This Isaiah chapter 63:1, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom? It says, with thy garments from Basra, that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. So
that precept totally proves that the Lord's salvation is not for everybody. All right, read that again. Just get that again.
Gone. It says Isaiah chapter 63:1.
Look up save.
It says, who is this that cometh from Edom, with thy garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Yeah, so what? Edom is America. So the Lord's coming to America to destroy Babylon, America, to destroy the Edomites in America, all right, and saving the elect Israel out of America. Continue.
It says, verse 2, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? Verse 3, it says, I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there is none with me. For I would tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury.
The Edomites, yeah. And save the Israelites, the elect of Israel out of Edom, which is America. Treadeth in the wine fat, meaning a nuclear fire gonna burn this whole place up. Right? America's gonna be completely burnt the hell up. This is the land of Edom. All right, it goes by many names. All right, like Satan.
Yeah.
Save. Look up save.
Yep. So that word save in the Hebrew, it says yashai. And it says to save, be delivered, to be liberated, be saved, be delivered, to be saved, be victorious, to save from moral troubles, to give victory to.
Right, so we know that the Lord simultaneously is going to destroy the Edomites and save the elect of the Israelites. Right? There are only one elect. Those are the first fruits, which are all Israelites, 100%. All right, the first fruits. So that's the scripture you can pull out when somebody says, "Oh, all nations can be saved." Nope. The scriptures talk about salvation right there and destruction.
So Israelites.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Israelites.
Yeah, more.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't say that no more, but yeah, we used to say that a lot.
The-
That's right.
The Strong's
That's
definitions.
right. Go ahead.
Good, you got brothers out, man.
Yeah.
It says,
I've been trying to find y'all used to be over here on
Nah,
4th Street.
different group. But yeah, they be out there, yeah. Or used to be anyway. Yeah. But go ahead.
yeah, in the Strong's definitions, it says, at all, avenging, defend, deliver, help, preserve, rescue, be safe, bring, having salvation, get victory. That's it.
Got more you want to read on there?
Gone. So it says Isaiah chapter 63 and 3, I've trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there is none with me, for I would tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
Let me guess, this has all been done away with. So, but the saving part is still
Yeah.
valid. But the destruction of the Esau, Edom, Babylon, America is
Yeah.
not. That's all not. It's been done away with. So the Lord created prophecies when countries weren't even came into fruition yet. That's how we know the prophecies ain't been done away. So he destroyed. So he done away with the prophecies before the country was even conceived. Apparently.
Yeah. And hey, you know, you got to keep in mind that the prophets had to use the best terms that they had to describe, you know, the different visions that they
Yeah,
were seeing.
Isaiah saw a bunch of damn Edomites walking around destroying Gadites, slaughtering Gadites and Reubenites and Issacharites. He's an Edomite. Who is coming to us from Edom? He looked at them, Edomites, all Edomites, with dyed garments of Basra. Isaiah saw Edomites getting slaughtered.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Israelites getting saved. Huh? Projections. Brothers with garments. You know? Because he knew they were Israelites. He saw mighty to save. He knew the Yahushua came there to save. All right? And he knew about the Messiah being manifested to save, to recover Israel. All right? And Isaiah also prophesied about Israel being rejected. So he talked about Israel being rejected, Israel being saved, and the nations being destroyed. All three are valid. Never talked about the other nations have the opportunity to be saved. No, those are the nations, Israelites that are in those nations. All right, the actual nations, if you're an actual Hamite, actual Edomite, actual Egyptian, Ishmael, Midian, Moab, Ammon, you are going into slavery. According to all the prophecies that Isaiah came with, that none of them have been disannulled. Not one of them has been disannulled. All right, Jeremiah, the book of the Judges,
Yeah.
the Lord, none of the prophecies have been disannulled. Give me the where it says, shall surely come to pass, it shall not fail, or from paraphrasing. You got more you want to read on there?
Khan, it says, Isaiah chapter 63 and 4, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
So that's done away with apparently. That's
Yeah.
apparently the day of the Lord's vengeance is done away with.
Yeah.
Because you accepted Jesus Christ, which is the false God. Jesus Christ is nowhere near the name of the Lord. When you invoke the name of Jesus Christ, you invoke the name of an oppressor. The real Jesus, all right, he has an actual name. That's not a pseudo Greek English name. All right, his name is Yahushua. All right, and he's a savior for our people only. Because the other nations are going into slavery. They're being, we're reading to you the prophets. Give me the, you got more?
Yeah, that's it. That's
All right, go get the, shall not and give me the covenant, it cannot disannul. Galatians or Ephesians. Or you have that,
Yeah. It's,
no prophet should come back void. Read it.
1 Corinthians 13
No,
and 8.
I'm in Isaiah.
Oh, Isaiah.
Prophecies should not come back to me void, but shall accomplish. Void, accomplish. Just come right up. Should not come back void.
Yeah. Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Look up accomplish. Then you have your
yeah. Khan, so it says Galatians chapter 3,
covenant.
and we can start at verse 11. It says, but no man is justified by the law in the sight of the Most High. It is evident, for the just shall live by faith. And the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them. It says, the Mashiach hath redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. For it is written, cursed is every one that hangeth on a tree, that the blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Yahushua Mashiach, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith.
Right, and the Gentiles are the Hellenized Israelites. All right, so they received the promise. All right, the promise that the Lord, the Most High, made with Abraham, that his seed was going to be blessed, and they were going to come, and they were going to multiply and become the great kings of the earth. All right, through his seed. That's how we know that. This is Galatians.
Yeah, Galatians.
The Galatians are the Israelites. Galatia, the Israelites that dwelt in Galatia are the Israelites, because Paul is invoking the promise of Abraham. The promise of Abraham was that his seed was going to be the kings was going to be blessed in him, because he was the Most High's friend, Abraham.
Gone. So it says, Galatians chapter 3 and 15, brethren, I speak after the manner of men. Though it be but a man's covenant, yet if it be confirmed, no man disannulleth or addeth thereto.
Yeah, that was a covenant. So when the hell did the other nations were included in the covenant that was made with Abraham, Isaac and Jacob? That never existed.
Yeah.
The covenant was made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Starting with Abraham, so you can't disannul it. What's the word it uses?
It says, no man disannulleth or addeth thereto.
Or addeth thereto. So we can look up added, disannul, look up add, and look up your word that will end it right there. And that's what he's attempting to do. They're trying to say that Abraham, the covenant was altered and changed. No, Abraham's covenant was that the Most High was going to be a God to Abraham, right? Genesis 17, through circumcision, by blood, sacrifice. So where the hell did the other nations were included in that covenant? They never existed. Though it be a man's covenant, then you had a new covenant, all right? Which is the same as the old, just going to be programmed in our minds. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that word for accomplish in the Hebrew is Aisha. Yeah, it says to do, fashion, accomplish, make, to do, work, make, produce, to deal, to act with effect.
Act with effect. So the words that the prophet spoke were going to come to pass. And you cannot make it go away because you love a bunch of people. They're going to come to pass. So these people are really antichrist. All right, well, anti-Mashiach. Anti-Mashiach. All right? That's what they really are. Yeah. That was good. All right, go to your disannul and
Gone. So it says, gone. So it says for disannulleth in the Greek is atheteo. Yeah, atheteo, which means to do away with, to set aside, disregard.
Yeah, none of the prophecies. The day of the Lord's vengeance burns in his heart. He's going to destroy other Gentiles. He's going to recover Israel. Israel is a special people. So-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and our people scattered throughout the nations. All right? Not put aside. Apple of the Lord's eye. You only have I loved. Then you can't alter the contract. The contract is written down in stone. It cannot be altered. Go ahead.
It says to thwart the efficacy of anything.
That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to thwart the efficacy. All right, look up efficacy. Effect, like to affect, right? To make effect, to alter something.
Yeah, con. It says the ability. Yeah, con. So it says the ability to produce a desired or intended result.
Result, right? What the result is, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, we're the Lord's chosen people. So they're trying to thwart that. They're trying to change it. So no. Everybody can be accepted now. No. That's a good definition. Go ahead. You can say.
Con. It says thwart too. It says prevent someone from slug. It says prevent someone from accomplishing something.
Right.
It also says oppose a plan, attempt, or ambition successfully, which that's what they're trying to do.
Sure.
You know, you have what's it called, the replacement theology.
Yeah, everybody now, the believers are all Israelites. Even if you believe and you're a heathen, you can't be saved because you're not of the seed of Jacob. Right? Because other nations are going into slavery. Right? And when we take power, we're doing it on a God status. It's not going to be a normal, natural, regular human power that we're going to have. We're going to have God-like power. Yeah. Like what's the Mexicans call Testacuatl? Like him. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but
Kulkulkan.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
No, or there's two. You have the Mayan and then you have the Aztec.
Yeah, that was the Mayan and one of them.
Yeah.
We're gonna have powers like him. All right, it's not gonna be they're not gonna be normal men. God-like men. Maya Ka'ala was gonna be turned up. All right, add there too.
Khan, it says add there too. It says to ordain besides, to add something to what has been ordained.
That's it. Add to it. It's pretty simple, straightforward.
Yeah, it also says to appoint besides. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. So don't add to the covenant. The covenant is only for the Israelites. And that's how it's always been. That's how it's going to stay. All right. When you look up sons, adoption, it clearly tells you the preference to all other nations, Israelites. All right. Not some pale flesh midget with a dam covering his head up. You know, for the main part. That's not the image of the Lord's people. The image of the Lord's people are so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. Those are the Lord's people. That's the prototype. All right.
Yeah. It says. Yeah, the Aztecs said
What's your name?
Quetzalcoatl.
Testacuatl?
Yeah, I can't really pronounce it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one I'm familiar with.
that's the Aztec.
Yeah,
Then
that's
the Mayan is
Aztecs what?
Kulkulkan.
That's South America mainly? Or?
I think that's
That's
Central.
Central?
No, that's like by like Yucatan and
Central
all
America?
That, all
So
that
what's the
stuff,
Mayans?
yeah.
The region. Aztec Mayans.
Yeah. So like right here. So
What, Aztec? That's the center of the Aztec Empire?
yeah, so kind of like at the bottom of Mexico, I guess you could say.
Towards the Mayans. What region?
Mayans. Let's see.
Yeah, it's like southern Mexico, Chiapas and Yucatan, now part of southern Mexico. Let's see.
Yeah, they were just different tribal families of
Yep.
Issachar and Naphtali.
Mm-hmm.
What was he doing in South America then? The empire or nothing?
Let me see.
I thought it stretched. It was an empire. So that region was too small for Aztec. I think Aztec branched all over South America.
Yeah, so
That was probably a different tribe. That's probably Asher and Naphtali.
so I think Mayan was
okay,
like
I
kind of
see.
more in the area of
Yeah.
the Guatemala and
So it's
Yeah.
like, and then you got
Okay.
the Incas in
That's,
South America.
Inca.
Yeah, Inca
America.
in South America. Yeah.
And I guess he's unnamed or whatever. But you can put it on camera.
Yeah.
There's a better map out there with the cities and all that, but that's a little rough. And they're all Israelites. Yeah. From Naphtali,
Got it.
Asher.
all right, I started.
Yeah, we're wrapping up anyway, but
All right.
get this last scripture. Yeah, Isaiah 49.
First verse, 5. It's Isaiah 49 and 5. And now saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him.
Yep,
So-
to bring Jacob again to him, maybe because Israel fell off. All right, our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, we fell off from following the Lord. And Isaiah was a prophet during a time of great apostasy of Israel worshiping foreign gods. All right? But
Isaiah 49 and 5. And now saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him, though Israel be not gathered.
there we go, spread out, scattered, diaspora, right? Which is the scattering of the Israelites among foreign lands. Go ahead.
And then it says, Yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my power shall be my strength.
What?
And he said, It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel.
The elect. What?
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation until the end of the earth.
Right, was he speaking the same thing? He said the same thing in two different ways. Read it again.
Isaiah
When
49.
when the prophets speak, they speak in twos and threes. All right, saying the same thing in a different way. What?
Isaiah 49 and 6. And he said, It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob,
Raise up the tribes of Jacob,
and to restore the preserved of Israel.
destroy the tribes of Israel.
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation until the end of the earth.
3 times. He said the same thing 3 times. All right? Just in a different way to give you more understanding, and then more understanding. They're all Israelites. Because the actual Gentiles are going into slavery. All right? I mean, it's as simple as that. All right? Said the same thing 3 different ways so you can get it. No, only the elected want to get it. Now, anything else you want to add before we add up?
Yeah, that's it for me.
That's it.
That's it. All right. Hope y'all were edified. Shalom.
So,